Hi, this is Sharon. I'm here with my friend Barb Rust, and we are talking about relationships today. Hi, Barb.
Yes, hello, Sharon. Wow, relationships. Aren't we all concerned about that one?
Yes.
Yes, how do I look? Am I okay? Will they like me?
Is
Are,
love coming to me?
well, yeah,
A lot of
or
people
is
are
love,
asking about
yeah.
that. Yeah. Am I going to find someone?
Yeah, what is that like? Who is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
about? And that, those are all valid thoughts that we have. And we think that probably that's the way it's supposed to be for us. One of the things with relationships to clear our understanding is to realize that it's not that way for everyone, and that relationships come and go, that nothing is permanent. It will not stay. We live in a world of impermanence, as I have reiterated. And so our relationships are with others on all levels. So there are physical relationships, there are mental relationships, there are my soul brother relationships. We are our soul inmates or whatever. And so we have all these things coming at us about our relationships. Do you want a relationship with the spirit? Do you want a relationship with people in your family? The catch,
Yes and
yes,
yes.
yes,
Both.
of course, yes. And the catch to all that is to not let someone else's standards set yours. So, in other words, be on good terms with all people, but without surrendering yourself. That is how you carry on a good relationship, no matter who it is.
So don't be a doormat.
Don't be a doormat, right?
Okay.
We are not something somebody steps on and then off you go. Well, let's hope we're not that.
Yes. Shouldn't be that.
Shouldn't be that,
Shouldn't be that.
no. But if you are and you get stepped on enough, you will awaken. Relationships with our children are probably number one next to the relationship with our own spirit. The relationship with
As
our
in difficulty, you mean?
difficulty, that's what I mean, yes.
Yeah,
Challenging,
yes.
challenging, challenge. And
Opportunity for growth.
yes, opportunity for growth, for awareness.
Uh-huh.
And do I believe in them? Well, and they are challenging.
Yes.
And they can make our head spin.
Uh-huh.
And they bring to us in their world, from the influences that come through them, things that we thought we'd never imagine being involved with.
Mm-hmm.
Our children take us into different aspects of the world we thought we'd never observe or have to tangle with.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So they are, in that respect, a gift or I should say, for us to become stronger, to strengthen our own personalities. And so if we are aware that these relationships have forces or energies working through them that come to us for our benefit, it's working through you. God is working through you, for me, is a healthy way to look at it.
So are we looking for a lesson then when something happens? There's a lesson there to be learned. That's why there's a conflict. That's why there's a challenge.
Well, sometimes there is a lesson. Sometimes there is a conflict. Sometimes the challenge is too much for us to bear. And so we carry a cross and we get knocked down. But that's okay, because we will rise up. We're not dead. We're only wounded. We've been scarred. We have the opportunity to take our own thinking, ourselves as an inner spirit, and rise above what has happened to us. We let us use that like a diving board. Jump on it and dive up. Let yourself spring forward. Release that and go ahead. You've learned from it. Move forward inwardly. And again, not letting the other person obligate us to make them happy. They need to learn how to be happy within themselves.
We all have that obligation,
And
right?
we that's right, to ourselves. That is the key in relationships, is not letting someone lay a guilt trip on you to say, well, you got to make me happy. I beg your pardon. You don't owe them that.
Or
You,
not expecting someone else to make you happy.
well,
They're not in
exactly.
your life to
That's the
bring you happiness. You have to be happy, and then you can give that away to someone
that's
else.
right. And the key to that is to go within. The key to that is from happiness to joy and then to bliss. And that is how you get your alignment. And then you
What do
can.
you mean by alignment?
Alignment is having.
Spinal alignment?
Well,
Chiropractor?
yeah, you begin with your body if you
Yeah.
can. If people have a disheveled spinal alignment and are very high in awareness, and they're in wheelchairs, and there's nothing wrong with their consciousness. So it is a matter of attitude and belief, and it's how you apply it.
So
And
alignment with what? Or what does alignment mean?
Okay, alignment is body. It is our mental or emotional and soul. So we have body, mind, and soul, or body, mind, soul, and spirit, or body, mind, and spirit.
So how do I know if I'm aligned or not aligned?
You will by the reaction that you get from your personality, how you've handled the situation. If you're suffering, which is what we all do when it comes to us, then you're going to know you're not in the right spot.
So if I'm suffering, if I'm having a problem, I did something wrong?
Your attitude toward it needs to change.
Attitude.
The way you view the situation. Are you involved? Did it pull you in? And if you got pulled into a situation that is negative, you're going to receive a negative reaction. You want to stay away from harm's way. We were taught when we were little to look not upon iniquity, wickedness. If you don't even look at it, chances are it's not going to get its claws on you and bite you.
So don't watch the news?
Well, probably, yeah, because that does snap at us.
Uh-huh.
And the news is very regulated, and maybe at times rightly so, because for our own safety. And we get the truth when we seek further. We go read other books, people have their own stories, and then we can utilize that thinking for our own development, the way we see best to pick and choose. And from that, we can choose maybe someone who has a higher status in their alignment, their awareness, and listen to them, perhaps, and hope they'll be on TV. And we can pick and choose from what they say. As a person is, as they think, you will know them. Jesus said, by their fruits you shall know them. If they appeal to you and they're appealing to that inner part of you, that soul within you, then it's right for you. If there is a limitation, a friction, or you want to turn away, you know that area of thought should not be for you, and you stay away from it. However, many of us don't see it right away. So we have an urge, since we want to find out about the world, to go into these aspects and to seek out the information in some of these areas. If we find ourselves doing that, our awareness must be able to bring us back out. So it will take us in, it will take our energy, but when we leave it, we need to replenish ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Replenish ourselves with the light, and bring the light within you for your own power and your own safety. And what kind of a relationship you are in will determine your thinking, the way you feel about yourself, your self-worth or self-esteem, and not surrendering to the harsher thoughts of the other person. A lot of times the other person will bring in a very controlling attitude, and if we're not prepared for that, if we haven't been treated with love, we may think that's a way of life and actually go into it. That is a trap. At some point in the development of the person who is with people or someone like that, hopefully they will wake up and can get out of that trap. The angels will come in and help you. You need to call on your own spiritual development. You need to go within for your own spirit and bring that through. It's there. It's for our help. Our God put it there. Who you are with is going to come on you as far as the energy. It's going to come upon you. You will feel it if they're depressed or they're happy. That's not to say that it's their responsibility for you. It's to say how you view it how you want to respond to the negativity. If this person is depressed, or this person is evil, or this person is harmful, why would you put yourself in harm's way? If you find yourself there, suck it up. Bring back the spirit within you. It's not that person's fault that you respond the way you do, unless the person is a child. Then you are imposing. Then you are causing harm. If it's someone who's innocent, then you have hell to pay for that. But we are growing in awareness. We are growing with our knowledge. We are bringing in the light of the soul, and we are utilizing that light within us to perceive the situation. And it all comes back to knowing who you are within that relationship. If you choose to hand over part of yourself to that other person, you have given wisely. You've made a choice of love. If you don't, so what? I mean, I'm not saying be greedy about it, but
we have a choice.
But you have a choice, and the other person needs to get over it. And you can split, you can part ways. I'm not saying be harmful is okay. I'm not going into any of that. What I'm saying is we are not responsible for the way the other person thinks. Period.
Or reacts.
Right.
We can only control what we feel, what we put out there, how we respond to a situation.
That's right. And we cannot be responsible for the way they take it or the way they react. I'm talking about harmlessness now and the higher virtues and giving them love. The other lower energies are going to cause probably rampant behavior. And so you are going to have anger and maybe fighting and things of war like that. But once we apply the higher aspects, that actually is doing the other person a favor. How they want to take it is up to them. How you want to take these teachings is up to you also. I just urge you to think about the things that are being said and not negate them, and not to negate the inner spirit within you. That's where all the teaching comes from.
Okay. Thank you, Barb.
You're welcome.